Hi everyone, GWFawkes here with Model Gaming. This is the Model Gaming Show. This is live for the week of July 8th. Hope everyone's doing well. It's a beautiful Sunday. Got a short show for you tonight. It's, again, middle of summer. Really no big news coming out. So let's just dig right into it. Again, as a reminder, I'm really not checking chat, so if anybody's in there talking, I'll get to you at the end of the show if anybody wants to talk about anything in particular. So let's go. The first brand new release this week, it was Project Octopath Traveler. It came out, it's kind of the traditional JRPG for the Switch that everyone has been looking forward to. Beautiful music, beautiful graphics. They've released 2 demos for it, and it currently sits at an 84 on opencritic.com. Now, there have been some issues that people have brought up, that the story is very repetitive and that really it's kind of the same thing over 8 chapters where you play and do the exact same thing. The characters never really interact with each other, and that's the main negative of it, is that they never really interact, but the combat system is supposed to be amazing. I will definitely eventually get this game for the Switch. I've got a few other longer games I'm playing right now, but this is something I'm totally interested in. I really liked the hour-and-a-half demo that I played, and I actually didn't want to play the demo that they just released because I just want to play the game. So that's the only big new release this week. Couple of release date announcements that I think are significant that I want to talk about. The first is Monster Hunter World for the PC. Now, obviously, this didn't release in March when it released for Xbox and PS4, but it should have a lot of the updated content, and it comes out on August 9th. I'm not a huge multiplayer fan, but I love cooperative, and this game is all about playing cooperative online. I'm probably going to buy this day one and try and do a weekly stream of it if I'm not playing it every day. I'm really interested in this game, and even if I only play it for a month, it's totally going to be worth it. It looks so fun, and hopefully the PC version is optimized and just as good as the versions are now. The next game out is Darksiders 3. Now, this has been a weird franchise. It comes out on November 27th of this year, but the franchise is kind of weird. The first one came out and everyone said it's kind of like a Zelda-like, right? You have dungeons and puzzles and all that, but it's a heavier subject. A heavier subject. It is, in the first game, you play war, and you are trying to clear your name basically on what has happened because everyone thinks you caused the apocalypse early, right? The second game you play as Death in a very similar time period as the first game, following a different structure. This game comes out the 27th again. It's starring a different character now. It's not the traditional 4 horsemen. It's not Pestilence. I think what they have is Wrath is who you are now. Apologize if that's not correct. I think that you are Wrath. Yeah, it looks totally good. They've released a demo, a gameplay demo of it. You've got a spiked whip. You play as a female character, and it looks really fun. The combat looks really fluid. I actually haven't played the second one. I played a little bit of the first one, and it didn't really drag me in. I'm interested in the second one, but I think I'll just dive right into the third one when it comes out this November. I want to talk about, for my editorial or opinion this week, is an interesting subject that I feel like a lot of video game players can relate to at least, and that is why I don't replay video games. Back in the day, I used to replay Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past every year. It's my favorite video game, and I'll do a separate topic about that later, a separate editorial about that later, but I used to go back. I always had my SNES, and I used to play that every year. And I did that for like a decade straight. And then in my early 20s, I sold my SNES because there were so many new games and so many new experiences to play. And then the Wii came out. And of course, I bought the game for the Wii on the Virtual Console right as it came out. And I beat it like for the next 2 years. I think I did that. I did it 2 years in a row where I played it once a year and beat it. And then I kind of reached a moment where my backlog kept getting bigger and bigger, and it just was no longer worth it to me to do that every year, play that same experience every year. And just like reading books, it's very hard for me to go back into a game and not remember immediately, vividly, what I played and what I experienced. And really, it's hard to repeat that. So I want to kind of go over 3 reasons of why I don't replay video games. The first one is nostalgia. I don't replay video games because I'll never get that first time back, right? Movies, it's a little bit different for me. I actually really like movies that center on nostalgia. Those are, for me, the most emotional movies for me, is nostalgia really works on me and it plays at me. But not on video games, unfortunately. It doesn't really draw me in because nothing's going to replicate that first time of playing and beating that game, no matter how much I love it. Multiplayer is different. I don't really play as much now, but I used to play Halo 3 a lot with friends and different multiplayer experiences because that's a cooperative thing. You're playing with a buddy. But going through the single player, I never really play games now again. I can't tell you the last time I have. It's probably been over half a decade since I've played a game again. And it's because of the next reason, time. I only have so much time to play games, and it's really hard to dedicate time going and playing a game, even if it's 5 hours or 40 hours or 100 hours, to an experience that I've already had. And time is really valuable now, especially I work full time, I do this on the side, so time to me is valuable. And my memory is damn good. It's really sharp right now, so I can go back and think, hey, yeah, I had a really good time playing that game. Maybe the sequel's coming out, it's good. It's actually what's been holding me back from playing Red Dead Redemption again. I have the game. I would love to play it again, especially on the Xbox One. It looks fantastic. But I put like 100 hours into that game, including the multiplayer. I'm good on it. Like, I remember it. I had an excellent time playing that game, and it's just time. Even the multiplayer experience, even the single player with Undead Nightmare, it's a 60-hour game. And I know I'm going to want to do everything again. And so time is a huge factor. And the other major contributing factor, more than anything else, is new experiences, right? I'm having so much fun with this channel playing new games. And I've been hitting like at least one new game mostly every week. And that kind of rush and that kind of feeling is awesome, truly. It's been a great experience with this channel so far, and it's allowed me to play so many different types of games. I really am not a puzzle game person, and I've been playing more puzzle games in different ways than I ever have before. And it's opened up kind of like a different way for me to think about video games and a different way for me to play, and it's brought so many new experiences that I don't think I would have if I kept playing games I've played before. So yeah, it's so great, and I kind of recommend everyone do that. Is, hey, there's always going to be those games that you're going to go back and play and that you want to play again. But really, kind of broaden your horizons, right? Open up your mind to new experiences, and I think for me, it has become the best way to play video games, is constantly playing new games and looking forward to new experiences. And I can tell you right now, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago probably, I'd never be looking forward to a game like Monster Hunter World. Truthfully, it's just not a game that I'd necessarily be interested in. But because I've had so many different experiences playing games like it, or games in that same genre, or games that I've been opened up to, I wouldn't be interested in it. And now I am. So definitely take that into account in any new game that you play. This is a short episode. That's going to do it for me tonight. Again, we're in the summer doldrums, baby. I hope you're playing games. I hope you're enjoying life. And that's going to do it. I'll be on tomorrow with a new game for A Case of the Mondays. And yeah, finishing up Battle Block Theater probably on Tuesday, and moving on to a new casual game on Wednesday. So thank you again. I am GWFawkes. That's GWFawkes. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. And you can catch me here Sunday through Wednesday, usually around 7 to 10 at Model Gaming Show, twitch.tv/Model Gaming Show. And you can check me out on YouTube. All my archives are there. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Cheers.